Hey, Fraser. Didn't get to see you this year because the COVID thing stopped me from driving down there. I couldn't come down and visit. But in the meantime, I got this car. I bought this car, which is kind of like it's like a race car only. It's not really a race car. It would be more like a small convertible. And hopefully if the pandemic is over by next year, we'll be able to go out and ride in it. That'd be lots of fun. I'm trying to get it finished for next year anyway. It's going to be a whole year to get it together, but I miss you, and I thought maybe I'd just send along a catch-up so you can see what I've been up to all summer, okay? I went all the way to Ontario to get it, and it was very close to where we used to live at the farm, so it was a big trip, and I have some video, I think, of that to show you, which I will put into today's video. Anyway, I hope you're okay. Yeah, so anyway, it's the end of the summer pretty much, and so most of the crops are off. I have a few things out there still growing, but it's pretty much over. And then now I'm going to try and harvest some apples because the apple tree is all ready to harvest. And my medicine plants are doing well. And I have a lot of cherry tomatoes. For some reason, cherry tomatoes really did well this year. So I'll take you on a little tour, okay? Well, it's actually a couple of days later, Fraser, but I have done a little bit of work in here. You can see that I've been pulling out some of the finished lettuce. I think this is the end of the lettuce for this season. I did trim them back, so I might get a little more out of them. Hard to say. Still got some really big cabbage in here. I'm going to use that somewhere. And right here too, there's some more. Now over here we have a huge patch of tomatoes, and they're all hidden now. You can sort of see them underneath there a little bit. I'll see if I can find you some. Let's get my feet through here so I can get closer to what's going on. Yeah, there's one hiding under there. See the red one down there? Yeah, there's lots of them in there. I have to move this canopy to see them, but they are here somewhere. Yeah, anyway, I've been harvesting them as we go along and I got quite a few in the fridge already. There's some down there you can see. There we go. Yeah, if you can see them down here, they're underneath this is where they hide. There they are down there, all hiding in there. I can see them, and I'll pull them out when I haven't got my hand on the camera here. But there's lots and lots of green ones in there, so there'll be a lot more as the rest of the summer goes on. So here's some of the tomatoes and a cucumber. This means I've got about 6 or 7 cucumbers as well this year, so that's pretty good. And here's my out of control cherry tomato patch. It just kind of took over the whole garden. There's a little bit of cabbage over there, but it's pretty much all these little cherry tomatoes. And you can see some down in there, but most they just now are ripening up to the point. I've actually been eating them for quite a few days now, but there's still quite a few in there, so that'll do for another week, and then I think they'll all be done. So behind me right here are my medicine plants, which are ready to harvest now. They're just about perfect, so I'll harvest them and dry them and use them over the winter. My medicine plants are doing pretty good. Got lots of them in this year. These ones are called clones, and these ones are all grown from seeds, but I don't know which is the male and the female plant, so I have to keep an eye on that as they grow. Yeah, okay, I've got, looks like a plant is keeling over a little bit here now. That may just be that it's dry and it needs some water, so I just went ahead and got the old water bucket here, and I'm going to just put some in here if I can still hold on to this and do this at the same time. Yeah, we'll see if that makes a difference. I'll come back out here in a little while and see if it's making any difference. These plants respond pretty quickly to water, so let's see what happens. This is my mullein plant. This is very good for coughs and colds and winter things, and this particular one has good flowers. I've been harvesting them already, so I've got a whole bunch upstairs already, but there's 2 new growths here with flowers which I need to harvest right away. Well, there's one small cucumber coming along down here. I'll just wait for a while until it gets a bit bigger before I harvest it. But there doesn't seem to be any others. That's it. It's extending out over the garden, but I'm not seeing any more of it. And over here, my kale plants, and Joshua's going to do something with those next week. Okay, these lettuce plants are basically kind of gone to seed. They've got all these things on the top, which is not good. So I'm going to trim them off, and I can still eat some of the lettuce. It's still edible, but it's just not as good as it used to be. Okay, I'm going to trim off the tops of these because they're no longer edible. This part is very bitter to eat as well, so we don't want to be having any of that. So I'll just trim these off and get some more life out of these plants, I would think. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, these are my last big cabbages. I've got this big one here, which looks pretty healthy. And then this one over here, which doesn't look as healthy, but maybe it's okay. However, upstairs I have 2 more that I'm making into sauerkraut. And then maybe I will make stuffed cabbage with these guys. This is the last of my broccoli plant. I ate most of it. I ate quite a bit of it actually. And this one and this one over here are the only ones I have left, and so I'll just have to eat up those little bits over the next couple of days. So apples have been falling off the tree here, so every day a few more fall down. So I have to get up in there and see if there's any that I can still harvest. There's some right there. There's apples up in there. I just have to find them, get them down, and see how many I get this year that are good. This one, big one right there. Yep. So right now I'm going for a bike ride. If I see anything interesting, I will record it and send it along to you in the next video. Okay, hope you're having a good day, buddy. Well, here I am at the Silver Creek Bridge, so I'm just going to stop here for a second. There it is. Beautiful. Yeah, it's nice water still. Good.
The sun is out, the sky is blue, there's not a cloud to spoil the view, but it's raining, raining in my heart.
Hey, this is me now on the airport road. You can see airport road behind me there, sort of. Yeah, over there. Yeah, and so it's nice and sunny and really warm, and I'm having a really good ride. Yeah, it's great. So I'm going to try and get this car ready for us for next year. Right now I have the gas tank out of it because I got to fix that, and there's a bunch of things that need to be fixed before it'll be ready. And this is the gas tank. I have it out because I got to fix it. It needs to have a few things put on it, and I had to put a special thing in the bottom of the tank so that it can feed the gas out. That's what I'm working on right now.